Repeat your question.
Tell me about the first time you and your brother worked together on his business. What was the business about, and how did it all start?
Um, that was in 1998 when I just came out of university. Me and my brother were involved in plastic water production, something we call pure water in Nigeria. So we invested time, we invested effort. We only had maybe a few 100,000 naira to our name. It was his business, but he was just starting. I needed help, cannot afford paying salaries. So I left everything I'm doing. I just graduated from university in 98 and I joined him and we were living in one bedroom apartment. So basically we were all in. We only had a few 100,000. We couldn't afford salaries and we had to produce pure water in Suleja, Abuja, Nigeria.
Sounds like a true startup grind. You both put everything on the line in that one bedroom apartment. What was the biggest challenge you faced in those early days?
Biggest challenge we faced was having to work 7 days a week, having to manually produce the pure water because at that time there were no automated machines, so we had to use those manual production hand production machines. We had to seal sachets of water. One bag of water is 20 sachets, and we had to seal about 100 to 200 bags per day. We were paying workers to do that. Workers had to do that at 5 naira per bag. So anytime a staff made 100 bags, so we paid them 500 naira per day. It doesn't look like a lot of money, but at that time, 500 naira every day was a lot of money. And me and my brother, let's say we employed 5 employees, me and him, we are the 5 and 6. We produced double the quantity of water the employees did. And a truckload, a pickup load was sold at 40 naira a bag, so 4,000 naira. So remove the cost of materials, remove the cost of labor and everything. I think we made a profit of 1,000 per truckload of pure water.
Wow. So you were outworking your own employees while learning the ropes. What eventually happened to that pure water business? Did you scale it or did something go wrong?
We scaled it. We built it up. We went from just one room apartment to living in a flat. That's a 3 bedroom. We built a house, or my brother built a house because I left him halfway and came to America in 2025. No, 2005. 2005, I came to America. So my brother continued, and from all intent and purposes, he became a multimillionaire in Nigerian standards. And then he died. He died in 2009. Sudden death, maybe cardiac arrest or something. We didn't do an autopsy, but he just suddenly died.
I'm really sorry to hear that. Losing your brother so suddenly after building all that together must have been incredibly tough. How did that loss affect you?
It was very painful. The loss wasn't easy to deal with. But I learned a lot from that. I knew we can build. You can start from scratch, start from small and build up. So we built up and we became successful. At least my brother became successful because I left everything behind and came to America. For the 4 years I wasn't with him, from 2005 to 2009, he became a millionaire. At least I know that for sure because when I visited Nigeria when he died, the stories I heard, the way people revered him and his properties, his building, it was it was I wouldn't know how to describe it, but I was happy that my labor was instrumental in making somebody very rich.
That's a beautiful perspective, turning pain into pride. Did you ever regret leaving for America, knowing how much he grew the business without you?
No, I didn't. I didn't regret. I was very happy because I had to start my life because I was basically living under his shadow. He was my elder brother, and traditionally in Nigeria, you work with your brother as long as he's the elder one, everything belongs to him, no matter the effort you put in. everything is assumed to be his, and I had to respect that. I had to respect the tradition. So for me, the only way forward for me in 2005 was to move to America. I moved to America to start my own life, be my own person, and succeed on my own terms.
That makes sense. Breaking out from under that shadow must have taken real courage. What was it like starting completely over in America in 2005?
It was a struggle. It was a struggle. I wouldn't tell you I started with a lot. I came to America with $145 in my pocket. In 2005, I came on my own. It's I think the next um, I think the way I would describe my visit to America is this: I came in determined to succeed, determined to become rich, determined to make my own way. So coming with $145 in my pocket with a visitor's visa, is a testament of determination, I would say.
Coming here with just 145 bucks and a visitor's visa. That's some serious guts. What was your very first move when you landed? How'd you even survive those first few weeks?
When I came in, I had the privilege of having a relative, my mother's younger brother, that already lives in America, Chief Fidelis. I was lucky to be able to stay at his place for free for some months. And then my wife, I met my wife, my future wife, I met her, and I had the fortune to get a job under the table immediately from somebody I revere very well, Chief Nwadike. Nwadike helped me start up, and I moved on from there.